All right, guys, let's have a little conversation about the full moon lunar eclipse coming up in Gemini on the 30th of November. It's happening at 3:42 a.m. Central Time, and this moon is at 8 degrees Gemini. And so let's talk a little bit about Gemini. First of all, we know that Gemini is the primary air sign, the very first. And so it's about having access to the limitlessness of information, right? Air is about expression. It's about ideas. It's about how we express our ideas, right? And so Gemini is the way that we are able to grasp and take in all of the dynamic flow of information. So Gemini is like an antenna, right? And so they're just constantly bombarded with thoughts, concepts, ideas. And so as we talk about Gemini as perhaps being a little bit hyper-analytical, it is the sign of the twins. And so there's a lot of duality and dichotomy in terms of I can think of this and I can think of that. And where do I actually fall in that idea? Where do I land, right? So sometimes Gemini are unbounded. Their imaginations tend to run away with them. But it's because they have such a grasp of possibility, right? And Sagittarius is the third fire sign. And so, we've got Aries as the inception, right? And we have Leo as the presence, and we have Sagittarius as the experience, right? So Sagittarius is about knowledge, right? Higher knowledge, higher learning, abstraction, philosophy, things like that. So this is it's a really nice duality in terms of like investigative thought, or even that kind of like trial and error, because Sag is so experiential and Gemini is so thoughtful, right? Oh, there's a cardinal out my window, so whose ever message that is, that's yours. Anyway, so Sagittarians like to acquire knowledge, right? They just have an embedded drive to learn more, to explore, to go wider, right? Not always deeper, but definitely more, right? And so Gemini is about the more of information. And so full moons, right, are about illumination, right? That time where we're course correcting, right? Our new moon, we set our intentions. At our full moon, we have that illumination, right? Everything is visible if you're looking. And so you have the ability to redirect, course correct. And so as we do that in this energy of pure, literally pure potential, with Gemini having that ability to see far and wide, and Sagittarius having that urge within us to, the sun, our ego, our will to be in experience, direct experience, right? So at this point, we're going to be able to have that breadth, have that available experience in terms of our interpretation, right? And this is key. So this full moon, it happens to arrive trining Chiron. The sun is trining Chiron, right? And the moon is sextiling Mars. Okay, so Chiron and Mars are not far apart, and we've talked enough about them to understand that Chiron is about our wounds, but it's also about our health, right? The state of our health. And it doesn't necessarily just mean our physical health, because health is, physical, it's mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual. And so Chiron is really looking at the ways that we heal and deal with our wounds, not just to self-heal, but in order to be in service, right? And so we're really, really definitely being asked right now to watch our triggers, especially with Chiron being in Aries. But Mars is also in Aries, so this is about action, right? We have the ability to act on what we're learning, all this information that Gemini and Sagittarius is bringing to us, right? We have this beautiful ability to act on it. So that's important. And we also have Neptune still trining our Gemini North Node. So Neptune, however, has just gone direct. So this is an opportunity to find within us that place where our beliefs create our surreality. Okay, so we can choose to follow along with what we've been told, or we can assert the fact that we wish to experience it for ourselves. And the key here is your destiny is tied to that choice, right? And that's true in every aspect of that physical and emotional and mental and spiritual health. How you choose to create and arrange and accept those beliefs dictates what your life looks like, right? If you choose to be paralyzed by the vast amount of information you have access to, then you're going to be paralyzed into inaction, right? If you allow your wounds to create that reality in you, then you have allowed that. By the same token, if you decide that you're going to kind of pop off unhinged based on something that you've been told, then that's your consequence as well. So at this full moon, we're being asked to kind of check ourselves, right? In terms of what we believe, in terms of what we can experience, in terms of what information is available to us, and how we have managed to process that information. Well, I saw a star first, so let's just hold on to them. So this is about really becoming aware of the ways that beliefs are different than knowledge, right? Beliefs can be based on faith, right? So Neptune is all about our system of belief, right? Why we believe what we believe, whether we believe it blindly, whether we've chosen it carefully, whether it's aligned with our divine awareness, or whether it's simply something that we've heard, and so we just repeat it, right? And so where our beliefs become our knowledge, and where our beliefs become our anchors, that becomes our destiny, right? And so we have Neptune in Pisces, right? Neptune's been in Pisces since 2012, by the way, and will be in Pisces until 2026, I think. And then Pisces moves into Aries, and gosh, won't that be... Neptune moves into Aries, and gosh, won't that be fun? So anyway, Neptune in Pisces, it's in his home sign, right? And so it's about really, really visioning with clarity, full moon in Gemini, every possibility for the future, and knowing that we have the ability to put that into experience, Sagittarius, right? So as we are able to witness right now in the fullness of this full moon light, this place where we are, right, we have the option, to utilize our divine alignment, Pisces, Neptune, in order to create Mars and Aries, that ideal, right? And that ideal is based on that information that we glean through this full moon in Gemini, pure possibility, while the sun is in Sagittarius, direct experience, right? Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. And let's not forget that when this moon is full, we have Venus in Scorpio, right? So she is still diving in those depths, right? She's still in that place where she is seeking divine union, right? She's asking us to align with that divine energy. And she is also sextiling our big three, who are still in Capricorn, right? So we have Saturn, which is all about how we create our boundaries, how we structure our lives, right? And Jupiter, how we expand, how we grow, how we evolve, how we choose to create things, right? How we choose to live within that ideal structure that we are able to create. And Pluto asking us, don't look away, right? Don't look away. And all of those big three are sitting up there in Capricorn, which says, well, you might have to do a little bit of work, but you can. You have the power, right, to be that creator. And this Gemini full moon, well, hello. Well, hello, little friends. Let's take both of those. So we have the power to be that creator. And to really begin to distill and pare down all of those possibilities into what we are able to create, what we want to create, what we choose to create, right? Neptune is a lot more than avoidance, right? Neptune can be avoidance. And we've had plenty of avoidance, right? It's time to switch into get it done mode, right? That's really what we want to do. We want to start making sure that we're getting things accomplished. And as our 2020 and our eclipse season is coming to a close, and we have this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction that's coming up that we are all able to witness in the sky. I hope you're going outside every single night and watching those two amazing bodies come together, which happened on the solstice. I mean, 2020, y'all. It's real. So anyway, Mars and Chiron. Let's talk a little bit more about Mars and Chiron. So Mars and Chiron is again that line about action and reaction, right? So Chiron is asking us to be in awareness of the way we are triggered and to choose response over reaction, which is never a bad thing, right? That doesn't mean you don't have the right or the obligation, wow, okay, to choose what you will or won't do, right? That doesn't mean you have to sit idly by, sitting on your hands while things happen around you. However, it does mean that you do get to choose your behavior in every situation, regardless of whether you're triggered or not. That's why we do the work, so that we don't react from our wounds. We can choose to respond from our will, right? And so because Mars is sitting there, we have that opportunity right now to have such breakthroughs in the way that we choose our responses, in the way that we choose to exist in the world, in the way that we choose what energy we are giving back, regardless of what we have experienced. Okay, regardless of what we have experienced, we always have the option about how we're going to behave as a result of that. No matter what happened to you, you have the power within you to choose more, better, higher. You have that power in all things. And that is why the 100%, the reason that we do the work, so that we are in our power when it comes to what we get to choose. When the universe asks us to put our feet down on the ground and live our lives, especially at times like this, where we have this amazing opportunity in this lunar eclipse to be in full ability to amplify, to release, to refocus, and again, to course correct. So we have the option right now to really choose our path, to create, we're going to take both of those two, to create our timelines based on what we want them to be, on what we choose them to be, instead of what they've been chosen to be in the past, right? So let's just look and see what we got. So we have the Lovers and we have the King of Pentacles. So the Lovers can be about love, divine union, about what is blessed in our lives, right? The Lovers is also about choice, right? The Lovers is about decisions. And the King of Pentacles is about resources, right? He knows what he has. He knows that he is in abundance. So this is really about, the Lovers is the card of Gemini. At the beginning of a full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini reading, to have the Lovers standing at that gate says, okay, you know what to do. You already know what to do. You've been doing the work. You are in your abundance. You know you have every possibility. You know you have all the resources you require right now. So utilize them, right? So many pentacles. So we've got look at that. We have the Knight, the Page, the King, the 10. I love it. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is, he is a slow moving guy. And we have death. So this is change. And so this is speaking to this change in cycle, right? This energy that we are ushering out, this earth energy that we're ushering out with this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, specifically creating this opening at this full moon lunar eclipse here, right? That really it will be at its apogee at that at the solstice, right? So all of these changes, we have been just grinding slowly toward them, right? I mean, look at these guys. They're literally the same, just about the same guy, right? We know this. So this is about moving surely, right? The Knight of Pentacles is about sure forward movement. He knows where he's going. And while he might seem hesitant, it's simply that he's not in a rush, right? He's not hurrying, because he knows that everything cycles, and nothing cycles before its time, right? Newness. I've said that word and it sounds so strange. Newness, the newness of things. That's what this full moon represents. The newness of things. And as we speak about newness, we get the Six of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So Six of Cups is about nostalgia. It's about those places of soft spottedness in your heart, right? This is that Neptune energy. I mean, the Seven of Cups is really more Neptune-y, but Six of Cups is about how you feel, right? It's about that, that feeling, right? Which is a Neptune energy. And so to have the Ace of Wands here, this is inspiration. This is passion, right? This is brand new passion in terms of the way that, feeling. This is knowing that you have the ability to create it, right? For yourself. All you have to do is reach out your hand and say, yes, thank you. I am in acceptance. I am in acceptance of these energies. I have done the work and I know how I want to feel, right? So then we have the Star and the Four of Swords. Again, we've been waiting. We get it. So the Star is about wish fulfillment. This is about divine blessings. This is about the universe providing. This is about abundance being showered upon you by the universe, right? The Star is the card of Aquarius, and as the big three get ready to move into Aquarius, and I mean, when Aquarius energy hits, guys, it's going to be wild. This is that third level of air energy, right? So this Gemini energy where we have all possibilities, and Libra balances out those possibilities, and then Aquarian energy is about how can we put that into action? How can we put these into action so that everyone gets to feel all of that possibility? Well, we've been waiting so long to put these things into action, right? As we move through Earth, all that Capricorn energy, we've got Uranus and Taurus, and all of that waiting that we've had to do, all of that recalibration, all of that course correction, it's going to come to fruition soon. And when it does, it's going to look just like this. It's going to look just like that, right? Oh boy. So, okay. Let's do this. Page of Pentacles is about, oh, look, I have these things. Look what I have. Isn't this amazing, right? I've got some things I want to show you. I've got some things I want to tell you about our resources, right? About what we have available to us. And the King of Pentacles, he's the guy that knows. He has taken account of everything in our coffers. He knows exactly what we've got available, right? Which is, by the way, everything. It's everything. We have everything available to us. The King of Swords is about being able to choose from all of those ideas. Gemini, full moon, lunar eclipse, right? He is able to witness all of those potentials and choose what is best from all of the resources that we have, right? The King of Swords knows. He just has that innate ability to make those choices, right? And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles, two aces. This is about being able to grasp what we need, right? Having it just gifted to us, showered down upon us from the universe, right? Temperance, which is about joining and balancing and harmonizing things. And then the 10 of Pentacles, which is about literally together having everything. Together we have everything, right? This is the whole picture, the big picture, right? Knowing all of these things, guys, this is some amazing business we are in the midst of, don't you think? I think. My goodness, again, I couldn't pull the same card 3, 4 readings in a row if I tried, and yet we've done it. So let's read it again. To be fair. I like it. I like it when it comes up again and again and again. Then we have to really, really pay attention. So balance, justice, a need to consider options. Gemini, 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 right? Mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. Life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time, they strike a balance. You move from being to stasis to doing, from discovering to loving to letting go and to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. Course correction, course correction. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. So we get why it's there, right? We understand, to be fair, because what we're doing is harmonizing and balancing all of this work, right? All of this waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Sometimes we have to wait so that things can integrate. Sometimes we have to wait so that things can distill. Sometimes we have to wait so that we can gather from our experience, Sagittarius, what the right thing was. Oh yeah, there. How about that? So our key phrase here is day by day. And what does that mean? That means allow things to unfold. Allow the universe to do its job. Allow yourself to be in awareness of what is coming, of what is here, of what you have. Allow yourself to be in course correction mode, right? It's about knowing what the required effort is. It's about knowing what it takes to get to that feeling, right? It's about knowing how we create and what we've been waiting for. There is so much available to us at this time, right? Everything is available. All of these pentacles, you have resources everywhere. And remember, resources are seen and unseen, tangible and intangible. Things you can hold in your hand and things you can hold in your heart and things you can hold in your mind and things that you can hold in your soul, right? You have all of those resources available to you. Allow the clarity, right? Allow yourself to correct your course. Allow yourself to witness in this bright light where your heart says, find that place. Direct yourself back, right? Direct yourself back toward it. That's your option. Create your ideal. Accept nothing less, right? Find the best potential and dig in there day by day. Blessings, guys. Happy full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini. Take care.